This is my latest contraption. Same flows with a weedeater carburetor. It has a 5-inch rod. Starting up. Oh, forgot to shut the valve. This is it's a 6 horsepower EX17 Robin Subaru engine. I got the same flow configuration. Rod towards the bottom end of it. Weedeater carburetor. Just straight gasoline right now. Just my little trusty weedeater car. Out a little bit. Main shed on the thing is all the way closed. I have a 440 stainless steel 5-inch rod in it. The inside tube is 0.430 inside diameter by 0.50 outside diameter. It's in a 3/4 inch outer tube with a 0.840, I think, inside diameter. Starting to react again. I gotta turn the jet down. When the thing warms up, I gotta turn the jet down a little bit because it starts flooding out. I don't have any screens in between the reactor and the carburetor. The only thing I got in there for a rod stop on the bottom is a little nut that just fits inside that compression fitting. Let's see. So, I got a little bit of torque right now. I'm putting quite a bit of pressure on that pulley. It could be better, but I think it'll pull my alternator. Little bit of fresh air. Barely open. step away from this thing. The outside tube is only, it's just a regular 3/4 pipe nipple, but it's 3 inches. It's 3 inches long. And I use the two T-fittings are 3/4 by 1/2 inch by 3/4. I use the original muffler. This motor's brand new. It doesn't even have 10 hours on it. And this seems to be working pretty good. It just runs nice and steady. Like I said, the main jet on the carburetor is all the way closed. It's running off the idle jet. That thing is running on. I tried putting water in it, but using one of these little needle valves, but I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to vaporize it. If I can find it. Yeah. See, I got these little remote needle valves I'm going to use to try to inject water, or if I want to try to use a little bit of oil with a little bit longer rod, you know, maybe it'll work. But when I had this hooked up the other day, the droplets coming out of that thing just a little bit too big and don't pulverize it. I got to figure out a way to pulverize it. But I don't know, I guess I'll figure it out. Hurrying along. See, I can't give it too much air. See, it's very temperamental. Just a little bit of air change in it. A little bit of volume change in the air. I still haven't been able to see anything down inside there. Like I said, it's a homemade freaking sight glass made out of a pair of binoculars. So every once in a while I can see something down in it that, you know, I'm not 100% sure what I'm seeing. Could be a glare on the lens as far as I know. All I know it's just running off the weed eater carbon and don't seem to be using that much fuel. Not at this RPM and being at 6 horsepower. Actually, I think it's 5.7. One of those Subaru Robin engines. Has an overhead cam. Some of the problem I was having with this thing when I was putting it together was the 440 thing that I'm using. It's a magnetic stainless, and it seems to be working okay. It's a 3/8 rod, by the way, 5 inches long, but it has a really strong magnetic field already on it from when I cut it. You know, for some reason it's really it's just really strong, you know, and I didn't have no torch or anything to heat it up, so I started playing with it for a long time. For about an hour worth of tinkering, it was causing me problems. The thing didn't want to idle right or anything.